I'm Allie Jaffe, and I'm here with Vince Gilligan, the Emmy Award-winning creator of Breaking Bad. Hi, Vince.
Hey, Allie, how you doing? Good to see you. Glad to be here.
So, Vince, it's been 6 months since the much-talked-about finale of Breaking Bad. Tell me, what was it like to walk away from a project that you have invested so much in?
It was, boy, has it been that long? 6 months? Jeez. It was the job of a lifetime, and it was hard to see it come to an end. And a lot of people I worked with on the show questioned why I would want to end it when we did, because we were all having such a good time. It was really like a family, starting from Bryan Cranston and all the actors on down, everyone in front of the camera, everyone behind it, just the greatest bunch of people. But I kind of knew in my heart that the show, story-wise, had reached its conclusion, and it really was time to move on. I think the worst thing that could have happened for me personally would have been for folks out there in the world to say, Breaking Bad, that used to be pretty good. Is that thing still in the air? That kind of jumped the shark a while back.
Breaking Bad, it's so infiltrated the cultural conversation. What was it like to watch that evolution and watch this fan base develop into this diehard group?
It was, someone was asking me at dinner tonight, when did I realize the show was turning into something other than a show that was essentially on the bubble every year and in danger of being canceled every season? I was kind of late to the party on that one. Probably wasn't until season 3 that it dawned on me that we really, I always loved the show personally. It always held great meaning for me, but I didn't realize other people were as into it as they were up until probably, I'd have to say, season 3 out of the 5 seasons we did.
So film production and this kind of work seems like something that you've always wanted to do, or always known you wanted to do.
Yeah.
So after you graduated from Tisch, NYU, what were the next steps to entering this professional industry?
Well, I was lucky to get to attend NYU Film School, Tisch School of the Arts. I learned a lot there. I learned a lot about film production, and I met a lot of really good people, many of whom are still close friends of mine. One in particular, a guy named Tom Schnauz, who is still a writer and a producer. Was a writer-producer on Breaking Bad and on The X-Files with me before Breaking Bad, and is now a writer and producer and director on our new spin-off show, Better Call Saul. So I made a lot of good friends, starting with Tom back in the day at NYU. I was really lucky, though. I've always felt lucky that I always really kind of knew what I wanted to do with my life, and I don't know why that was, but I always wanted to make movies. I saw that as the goal, and I realized later, well, I like TV just as much as movies, so I kind of widened that definition to include films and television, but I always knew I wanted to be involved in moving pictures, motion pictures, and I was blessed to know that from like the age of 13, and that held me in very good stead, because if you really know where you're headed in life, there's a pretty good chance if you work hard enough and get a few lucky breaks along the way, which I certainly did, you'll get to where you're going sooner or later.
So recently you did a cameo appearance on Community,
Yeah.
which was really funny, I may add.
That was,
And what was the decision to go on the other side of the camera?
Dan Harmon, who created Community, offered, and I said to him when the offer came about, I said, you do realize that I've never acted in my life before, right? And he said, well, let's give it a shot. I said, all right, why not? And when I got there, the part he had me play required a bit of a Old West voice, and I boned up on YouTube with Gabby Hayes and Walter Houston and guys like that. I tried to get the voice right. But I said to him before the cameras rolled, I said, there's a real serious chance that this is going to suck. And he said, we've thought of that, my writers and I, and we've thought to ourselves, the good news is we've idiot-proofed this thing so that the worse you are, the funnier it'll be. And I said, okay, that's
It was
I
really
guess that's
funny,
good.
but you were not bad.
Well, good. It was a lot of fun. I learned a valuable lesson, which is that I am not cut out to be an actor, but I really did enjoy myself. It was a lot of fun.
Well, even if you weren't cut out to be an actor, did this experience make you want to try out other roles in the production process, perhaps?
You know, I always wanted. I'm not athletic enough to be a stuntman, but when I was in the X-Files, we had an episode where the whole thing took place on this cruise ship, and it was shot down in Long Beach Harbor on the Queen Mary, which is a museum out there now. And at the end of the episode, Mulder, Dave Duchovny, or rather Agent Mulder, the character Dave Duchovny played, had to jump off this cruise ship 60 feet into the water. And I'm about the same height as Duchovny. Otherwise, I don't look a damn thing like him. But I said to my boss, Chris Carter, let me do the jump. Let me jump off the Queen Mary. And he's like, what the hell is wrong with you? Why would you do that? I said, well, I think I can do it. I used to jump off this cliff into the James River back in Virginia, and it was not 60 feet. It was probably 40. And I think I could. This is one stunt.
60 is high.
It's high. It's high, but it's not like it couldn't be done. And I figured, let me do this. I was like, what is wrong with you? There's no way I'm letting you do this. So that was always, that made me say.
I know that you have 2 shows in the works, Better Call Saul and Battle Creek.
Yeah.
Tell me, how's it going with those?
Going very well. I don't have very much to do with Battle Creek. That's a CBS show. A gentleman named David Shore is running that. We've got Better Call Saul, which is the spinoff series of Breaking Bad, and I'm working with another gentleman named Peter Gould on that show, and he was a writer and producer and director on Breaking Bad, was with us on that show since season 1. He's a great guy, and I really am there with him day in and day out. We're really 50-50 partners on that, having a real good time. Bob Odenkirk, who plays Saul Goodman, our rascally attorney, is he's going to do such a great job. He's so much fun to work with. And we're getting Mike Ehrmantraut back, played by the wonderful Jonathan Banks.
Right.
It's a lot of fun. We're having fun. We're not going to start shooting that till June, and it'll be on the air in November.
Right.
But we're having fun.
Well, Vince, thank you so much. This has been such a pleasure.
Oh, this was a pleasure for me.
We are so excited for your next project.
Oh, thank you. Thank you so much.
Thank you. So nice to talk.